Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everybody. Here's a report from your servant, Aniruddha Das. We had a fantastic celebration of the Janmashtami cultural program at the Timber Yard on Saturday. I saw a lot of happy, smiling faces, despite the cold weather and the rain blowing in from the Antarctic. It was actually quite a well-attended event. The program went from 11 o'clock until 8 o'clock at night, and it ran like clockwork, even despite the fact that there were a few hiccups. But otherwise, it was a thoroughly enjoyable and entertaining afternoon, and I had a wonderful time. I'd like to thank Kaushalyananda and Madhavananda for the work that they put into organising everything, Mam Mahan for organising the prasadam, the parents and the kids who've been preparing for the last 3 months for what was a really polished and professional, dare I say, presentation. And that's a measure of the devotion of the devotees involved. So thank you very much. That was a wonderful achievement. We've got Julenatra coming up on the 5th of August. That'll be running until the 9th. Although on the 9th of August, because of the crowds that we anticipate coming for Balaram Purnima and for Julenatra, we're not celebrating Julenatra and Balaram Purnima at the temple. Just too difficult to manage. So the program will start at 11 a.m. and will be held at the Timber Yard. The first order of service, if you like, will be the Abhishek for Lord Balaram. And then the second part of that, after the Aarti, will be Julenatra, the final Julenatra celebrated in the afternoon, early afternoon, after the Aarti, after the Abhishek. And then the feast will be served, we anticipate, around about 2 p.m. So please keep in mind, we'll be celebrating Balaram Purnima and the final day of Julenatra at the Timber Yard. So please keep in mind, Balaram Purnima and the last day of Julenatra will be celebrated at the Timber Yard, starting at 11 a.m, Aarti at around about 12:30, 1 o'clock, the Julen will start. We'll start serving the feast at 2 p.m. So keep in mind, not at the temple. We just can't handle that quantity of people. So we're going to have to celebrate at the Timber Yard. We'll see you there. Then, of course, the next event is the major event of the year, and that's Sri Krishna Janmashtami. That's going to be observed here, and of course in all of the other locations. At Wyndham, it'll be at the Werribee Functions and Events Centre, which is at the Werribee Racecourse. There's a program out in Hume, and there will also be a program in Casey. Janmashtami at the temple will be as it's usually celebrated, but Vyasa Puja this year will be celebrated at the Werribee Function and Event Centre at the racecourse. So we'll be celebrating Srila Prabhupada's Vyasa Puja at the Werribee Racecourse the day after, which will be the 17th, and that's a Sunday. So Janmashtami is the Saturday the 16th, and that will be in those 4 locations, and the Vyasa Puja will be celebrated at the Werribee Racecourse. At this stage, we don't have a venue organised for Radishtha. We've been tossing up whether to have Radishtha at the temple or elsewhere. We know basically we'll have a huge crowd. even though we'll be celebrating it in the morning. And it just is impractical. So we're waiting to hear word back from the Werribee Racecourse Functions and Events Centre. When we confirm the venue, we'll put that in an announcement next week. So it's quite a way away. So make a note of that. Radishtha is not going to be celebrated at the temple. That'll be celebrated off-site and more than likely at the Werribee Racecourse. And Janmashtami is going to be celebrated in the 4 locations, and Prabhupada's Vyasa Puja will be celebrated in the Werribee Racecourse. One of my goals over the next few weeks is to present our strategic plan. We have 6 focus areas in that plan. Finance, which is looked after by Krishna. She's the focus area leader. Expansion, the focus area leader for expansion is Sri Chaitanya. He's supported by Shashi Bhushan and Nadia Chandra Prabhu. Governance is looked after by Atulya. Community engagement is looked after by Gopal Vrindesh. And within community engagement is devotee care. And Jagannath Ram Prabhu has taken on the responsibility of working up the plan and the framework for our devotee care program. And succession is looked after by myself, and marketing and communications is being led by Keshava Prabhu. So over the next few weeks, we'll be sharing the details of each one of those focus areas as part of our strategic plan. We'll start off with finance and expansion, and we'll be sharing that in our next video. Hare Krishna. Thank you. We're looking forward to seeing you at our events. Oh, and one thing I remember, we've got a lot of opportunities for service. If you're interested in doing some service in any of the 4 locations, then please send your details to seva@servekrishna.com.au. That's seva, S-E-V-A, at servekrishna, KRISHNA.com.au. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,